It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Good morning. Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Rectonwell. This is Scooter.
Whoop, whoop.
Scott Callies.
I think I did catch you on the one, though.
You did catch me on the one?
I think so.
It's all right. That proves to people I can count.
Yeah, the one. Or count to 10. One. That's about it. That's all you see.
However, it's better than you not counting down at all.
I counted down.
Not always. Trust me, I know.
Yeah. We won't go into that story. That one could get us in trouble.
Again. How's Scooter today?
I am good. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Busy night.
Was it? Yeah,
Yep.
football. Football.
Football. It's been a busy couple weeks when we decided to go ahead and do some of the JV games and the junior high games to
Yep.
finish out their season for them. The intent was to do the home games, and I've traveled and done a few of the away games as well, which was not intended, but it's worked out okay. And
Yeah.
we've got a lot of
Parents seem to enjoy it.
We have a lot of people that watch that aren't
Yes.
able to make those trips, and it just makes it, to me, that makes it well worth it to go ahead and make the trip and do it for them. And so those of you that do watch, I appreciate you watching, and that's my pleasure to bring it to you. Had some good junior high games last night. Coach Crow and Coach Airy will be here in a little bit. We'll talk about all that stuff here shortly, but the girls volleyball team wrapped it up last night. They did beat Alma, which was good.
Awesome.
But I do not believe that they have any further expectations for the team for the year. So
Are they done?
I think they're done. Yeah,
Okay.
I believe they're
Okay.
finished. I don't believe they've got a chance to make it into the playoffs in any scenario at all. So, but it was good.
So
Other than
that was their final.
I believe that was their final hurrah.
Okay.
Yep, y'all had some good guests on yesterday.
We did. We had a couple people from the USS Arkansas, which was awesome. We had the chief of the boat, the master chief, and the commander. I got their names here. Probably should look that up. But, yeah, it was really cool having them on and hearing them speak about. I mean, the one guy, he has spent, and he was calculating it out, about 10 years of his life underwater. That is a long time.
It's a long time to be on.
Now, never at once. I mean, don't get me wrong. He said the most they can deploy is like 6 months or something, but at one time. But eventually, you got to come back for food. He said that is where they draw the line is when the food starts getting down.
Last night, I introduced all of them as part of the ceremony that they had at the field, and the guy down at the very bottom, to me, is the most important guy on the whole list. He's the culinary specialist.
There you go. There you go.
If he's not happy and having a good day, I don't reckon anybody's going to be happy and have a good day.
Well, I know most of them were, I think, at the game. And then there was one at the city hall meeting. They presented them a key to Arkansas on a plaque.
Key to the city.
Yeah, key to the city. That they were wanting to keep on the ship.
Oh.
And so that's pretty cool. And then they gave the mayor a plaque to keep here. So.
In the city hall. Awesome. Yep. We probably ought to get on with things. We've got a busy morning this morning.
All right.
Hospice of the Ozarks brings you the morning prayer. 870-508-1771 is their phone number. Greg Wood and his staff do a great job. Had a conversation with one of the CNAs over there last night about a person that passed that I knew, and I asked her a little bit about the care and stuff, and it just sounds like it's a wonderful, wonderful place for somebody in that situation to spend their last time.
Yeah.
And they teach you how to deal with it, not only the patient but the family, how they were able to embrace the family and help them through the struggles and the questions, and how do we know that he's at peace, and how do we know that she's not hurting and whatever. It's just a wonderful thing. So all I would say is if you're in that situation, you don't know what to do, give Greg Wood and his staff a call at 870-508-1771. And now the morning prayer. Lord, we just thank you for the beautiful weather that you give us. Lord, we just pray that you will continue to do so. Lord, we pray that you will give us travel mercies as we travel today and be with the students as they go in and out of their sporting events. Lord, we just pray for the the people in Israel and the situation over there, Lord. We just pray that you will be with our government, lead, guide, direct them, help them make decisions that make sense and that will be for the betterment of the country, not only ours but theirs. Lord, we just pray for you to be with our armed services, all those that are inadvertently getting involved in that situation over there. Lord, we again pray for our state government, our county, our local government as well. Lord, it's all things we give you honor and praise for. In Christ's name, amen.
Amen.
Hospice of the Ozark with the morning prayer. We'll be back in a few moments after a quick word from Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z Team, Century 21 LeMac Realty, 870-405-0793. Be back in just a moment.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z Team.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for lake levels, dam reports, and the weather updates, all brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z Team, Century 21 LeMac Realty. 870-405-0793 is their number. Retiredarkansas.net is their website. Go there, click on live views, and this is what you see today. A great shot of the White River from Marion County, Arkansas, back into the Baxter County, Arkansas side. This is the city of Cotter that you're looking at. Rainbow Bridge is to your left, Contractor's Trust is to your right. If you could go around that little bend just a little bit to your right-hand side, you'd see the city of Mountain Home. Over to your left would be the city of Bull Shoals, and straight ahead is the state of Missouri. The old Witch's Hat Water Tower is there about 1 o'clock. And if Scooter get us another shot here.
Well, it's not focused in. There it goes. It's adjusting.
Adjustments. Might have a little bit of fog on the lens or something. You never know. But what you're looking at is the Great White River. The trout capital of the world is Cotter, Arkansas, and we call this God's country. If you'd like to take a look to see what's available that you might be interested in God's country, go to retiredarkansas.net, click on MLS listings, see what's there. For something there that tickles your fancy, give Bob or Linda Zdora a call at 870-405-0793. They'll be glad to help you. I'm going to run through some temperatures as that clicks through some different shots. Currently in Mountain Home is 51, Harrison is 62, Batesville is 53, Yellville, Arkansas is 50, Marshall is 45, Salem is 48, Mountain View is 45, Calico Rock is 51, West Plains, Missouri is 48, Springfield, Missouri 54, Poplar Bluff, Missouri is 51, St. Louis, Missouri is 52. The Z-Clips.
You missed it. Here it is. You'll see the yellow coming across. That's caused by the Z-Clips is what I call it.
Oh, that's caused by the Z-Clips?
Yes.
There you go. Okay. Let's take a look at the radar. On a national shot, all of Arkansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, Kansas, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama is all clear. Get into eastern Tennessee, up into Ohio, up into Kentucky. Getting a little bit of rain there, some rain up in Detroit. But as far as Arkansas goes, we're clear. Let's zoom back into the great state of Arkansas. Come on. I don't want to move fast this morning, kind of like me. I don't want to move fast either. From Rogers to Blytheville, from Jonesboro over to Fayetteville, Fort Smith to Conway, Little Rock down to Pine Bluff, Benton to Hot Springs, Texarkana over to Greenville, Mississippi. If you're traveling the great state of Arkansas today, you've got clear travels wherever you're going. Just be safe. On the national scene, dense fog advisory down along the Gulf Coast. Got some special weather statement here in Mississippi, over here in Florida. I have no idea what those are. Let's see if it tells us anything if we click on it. Elevated wildfire danger. How about that? But nothing for us in Arkansas. 7-day forecast looks like this. Today is sunny, high of 75. Clear tonight, low of 52. Mostly sunny tomorrow, high of 78. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy, low of 49. On Saturday, high of 69. Partly cloudy Saturday night, low of 50. On Sunday, on Monday, high of 75. Mostly sunny. Monday night, partly cloudy, low of 58. And partly sunny on Tuesday, high of 74. Looking into next week, high of 75 on Wednesday and high of 71 on Thursday. Pollen and allergies. Tree pollen, none today, none tomorrow, none on Sunday. Grass pollen, low today, none tomorrow, none on Sunday. Ragweed, low today, moderate tomorrow, and moderate on Sunday. Lake levels and dam reports. Lake Norfolk, 553.28, which is 1.28 above full pool of 552. No generation available. Has not been any generation going on at Norfolk since June the 2nd. Lake Bull Shoals, 654.40, which is 4.60 below full pool of 659. Currently generating 6 as of yesterday. They did not update it this morning. So yesterday they were running 6, so don't know what they're doing today. If you'd like to check that yourself, give them a call at 870-431-5311 and listen to the recording. But be safe. There's a lot of water going through if they're running 6 generators. That's lake levels, dam reports, and all the updates. Brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z Team, Century 21 LeMac Realty. 870-405-0793 is their number. RetireToArkansas.net is their website. These are realtors you recommend to your friends, and I say they're busy, but never too busy to help you. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a moment.
Mow, dig, haul. The L-Series compact tractor offers ultimate versatility, along with a great ownership experience and service that only your local Kubota dealer can deliver. The #1 selling compact tractor in Arkansas, and built-in quality and reliability for a great price. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today. Get the L-Series tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the Morning Show on XL7-TV. It's time for community news and happenings brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. Ozark Farm and Lawn, Highway 62 Southwest, out by Buford Road. That business has been there a long time. Few name changes over the years, but that type of business has been there a long time.
And they have got, you can't miss them. They have got tractors lined up all along the roadway. I mean, they got your Kubotas, your New Holland, all your top names. They carry zero turns like Skag and a couple others. And the biggest thing for them, to me, is their parts department is so huge. I've never went in there and not found what I needed. And then they got a great service center. They'll take care of you from start to finish, whether you're needing to buy one, get a service, get parts, whatever, they got you covered.
There you go. Ozark Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals, brings you community news and happenings. Let's see what's going on. We've got La Torcha Brick Oven Pizza, Trunk or Treat, October the 28th from 4 to 8. We've got Bounce House Face Painting, Cupcakes and Cookies, Hot Chocolate Costume Contest, raffle and prize giveaways. Got things going on there. The Arkansas Department of Veteran Affairs 2023 Women's Veteran Summit will be November the 4th at, I believe that's Real Life Church. They don't say on here. Do you remember what she said?
I don't remember.
It's 1326 Rossi Road, so I'm betting that's Real Life Church. From 1 to 4, it's on a Saturday, November the 4th. Join us for discussing many of the facets of women's veterans' health, giveaways, and more, celebrating 75 years of women veteran services. To reserve a seat, get a hold of Holly Scoma at 870-404-6944 or holly.scoma@arkansas.gov. Saturday, November the 11th, holiday open house at River Art Gallery of Cotter. Join them on November the 11th from 10 to 4 at 511 2nd Street in Cotter, across the street from the post office. Shop unique gifts in every price range. Paintings, prints, greeting cards, jewelry, clothing, pillows, mobiles, bags, cups, glasses, and lots of gifts. These will be presented by Marilyn Morris, Kelly Householder Galliano, Shelley Hutt, Emily Katz, Deb Peterson, Annette Thrasher, and Ann Whitten. How about that? Kick Cancer in the Bass Tournament to benefit Pikes Cancer Support House is Saturday, November the 4th at Bull Shoals Lake Boat Dock. To enter, it's $250 for a 2-person team. Registration is going on right now, so if you haven't registered, I imagine they're going to shut that off pretty soon. They're only limited to 75 boats, but it's the 3rd annual Kick Cancer in the Bass Fishing Tournament, Saturday, November the 4th at Bull Shoals Lake Boat Dock, benefiting Pikes Cancer Support House, a community outreach of Baxter Health and Mountain Home. providing services, programs, and support options to cancer patients and their loved ones at no charge. So if you want more information on that, give them a call at 870-508-2273. And I believe that's all I got.
Real quick, Cast for Kids that was supposed to be going on the 21st, which is tomorrow, is being rescheduled.
It is being rescheduled.
So anybody that did book, they've contacted directly. It is being rescheduled. We'll let you know when the date is and when things are coming up for that.
There you go. Community news and happenings brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. Go out and check them out. Highway 62 Southwest at Buford Road. We'll be back with This Week in Real Estate in just a moment.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
All you've ever wanted was a place to write your story. You hear it's not the right time to buy or sell a house, but really, the best time is when it's right for you. The real estate markets, they change, they go up, they go down. One thing that doesn't change is where you want to be in your life. The professionals you team up with will make your story happen. The Z Team are the professionals you need to hire for your next chapter. So call the Z Team at 870-405-0793, Century 21 LeMac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Providing caring, compassionate services at an affordable price is our goal at Connor Family Funeral Home. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that treats our friends and neighbors just like family, with a wide range of services and options to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area. Connor Family addresses all the details with no hidden fees, so you can rest assured that you are treated like family for a more personalized and worry-free service. That's Connor Family Funeral Home, where compassion and affordability meet, located in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora. How are you, sir?
I'm well.
Good. We're just sitting here reminiscing about old rock bands.
That's right. Well, we are.
Some we've heard of, some we've not.
Yeah. The Rolling Stones. Who?
Huh? Yeah. How's the real estate world?
It's still moving. We had a couple closings this week. Linda's got some people coming in from Texas. They're driving now. And we're going to get them in their house, hopefully today, because it's a long drive, and they got their animals, and you got to deal with the animals, so they takes up part of the time. And it's, every job is different. Every deal is different. You never know what it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
But still doing, out showing. The rest of the agents are out showing. The office is doing well, so.
Still marrying up buyers and sellers.
Yeah.
That's good.
And just a matter of trying to find that sweet spot for both, because it's tougher on the buyers with the interest rates, and the sellers still think that it's 2 years ago. And
the buyers are wishing it was 2 years ago.
Exactly. We have more houses this show too, though. We're like 285, I think it is. That helps to be able to do that, to have more homes. Makes it easier. It makes it easier for someone to say, well, we're going to go there and take a look. They may want to come here, but if they're looking on online saying, well, there's only really 2 houses that meet our need, and we got to drive for 8 hours to get there, we'll wait. The interest rates, if they're still working their way up, they're getting a lot closer to 8 than they are to 7. But as we go forward, the rates will come back down, and you date the rate. You're not married to that rate for 30 years, and very few people stay in that home for 30 years. They find another one, they move into their. It's not unusual to have people, 2-3 houses, especially when you're raising the kids and stuff, because maybe you want to change school systems. There's a lot of other things that go into it, and if you've got things that are going on work-wise, that causes people to move, obviously, as well. But it's been steady. We're going to see a pop if the rates fall, because they will. Then you're going to find there's a lot of pent-up demand, and the pent-up demand is going to force the prices up because it's all supply and demand. So we may think homes are expensive now, but they'll be more expensive if the rates drop, because there'll be more people looking to buy those homes. That will cause a bigger boom. So actually, if you think about it, you're probably better to be shopping for a home now. When the rates fall, it's going to be a lot easier to refi from the house that you're in than trying to go out and find a house because you've got the lower rate. That make sense?
Yeah, sure. It limits the hunt.
Yeah, and you'll be in there, and so then you just go and you see go see your banker and say, all right, it's dropped a point. What's it going to cost me to refi? Should I wait, see if it comes down another quarter? And the bankers here, local banks, are who you want to deal with, because that's what's going to make it work for you. And you might be able to work something out with them now. Well, you're negotiating to take a loan out because their business is slowed down because the rates are high. And you go to your banker and say, hey, if the rates drop within the next 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, can we refi this at even if not free, but at a reduced rate? Because you've got the appraisal, you've got the measurements are all done. All that, the title work is all done. That should save me some money going forward. And see if you can get that done. And within 18 months, you'll see them drop some anyway.
Yeah. Presidential election coming up. Historically, rates come down a little bit.
Yeah.
Gas prices will fluctuate.
Strange how that happens.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
I was over in Marion last week, paid $2.79 a gallon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, when you get...
I left Mountain Home, it was $3.59.
Well, that was high. Yeah.
Last week.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like 327-ish.
Yeah.
But crazy. Yeah, if you get down closer to like Conway and stuff, it's an appreciable difference in price. Don't know why.
Got to truck it in.
That's part. I imagine the transportation's part of it, but I don't know if it's local government taxes or something instead. I don't know. Yeah. But I mean, for there to be that big of a drop,
So, the Z team has always been active in community events.
Yes, sir.
And supporting community things that go on. Last weekend, you were at Turkey Trot.
Yeah, we were.
Did you see any out-of-staters that you know of that came up?
Oh,
to visit you in your booth?
there's a lot of people that come for that. I mean, because they follow it. It's everywhere, you know, and it comes up in travel magazines. It comes up in travel articles online, different things, because it's an easy thing to write about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have this little town that all these people come to, and you have family reunions, you have parades, you have small town America, you have high school parades, you got the fire trucks, you've got the red hat ladies, you've got the
stuffed turkeys.
Well, we had little stuffed with foam or whatever there was, those turkeys, and they dropped them from drones instead of the things. The way we have done it in the past, the way I'll say the way it was done in the past. I won't say we. I didn't have nothing to do with that. But it's a much friendlier type thing. It's kind of funny though, because when they were doing it the other way, you'd see these kids walking through the square, and they have the turkey in their arms, and
a live turkey,
a live turkey, and turkeys can't fly. You know, contrary to the WKRP ad where they threw the frozen turkeys out.
And PETA.
Yeah. The turkeys can't fly. And they, you know, it was fun, but it was, the businesses couldn't take it. People just beat them to death.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still a good family-friendly. They had a great lip sync contest on Friday.
Did you do some Rolling Stones?
No. We did. We were there with the Republican Party of Marion County. They had 3 booths, and we had ours set up next to that. We had a bunch of brochures and all the things that people want, maps, information on the area, and just talking about things. A lot of people. There's a lot of people watch this station in that area over in Yellville and in Cotter too. We were in an event for Cotter the other day, and the number of people that said, "I see your commercials. Great. Get up a little bit earlier. Watch the show."
What's coming up next for y'all? Do you have anything on the schedule for?
No, we'll be at we'll be at Jam Fest this weekend downtown here. That starts at, I think it's like 10 o'clock. It goes to like 4-ish, 5-ish, somewhere in there. There's some great bands going to be down there down in the park. Downtown, they're set up, the Historical Society is set up for the 150th anniversary?
Centennial?
Yeah, whatever it is.
That one.
But they've got everything set up for that. They get things set up for the kids. They have jam, and the number of people that make their own jam, and they'll have taste testing and things like that. Again, small town America. The reason you came here, the reason you moved here, is for things like this.
And if you're coming to the area to check it out and maybe look at a few homes or two, look up the Z Team. They'll be on the square on Saturday, and that'll be a good
We'll be
time.
walking around. I didn't take a tent or anything.
You're not
'Cause
taking a tent.
I like to participate and
You're gonna
mingle a
be
little
mingling?
bit. Yeah.
Well, let's look at some numbers and see how many people mingled.
And how well they mingle.
Sure. Or how they jammed. See if this was their
It's gonna be-
jam or
we'll
not.
Keep them all, see if it is their jam. Rolling Stones. This week in real estate, there were 37 new listings come on the market, 1 commercial property, 11 parcels of land. 25 homes came on the market. They range in price from $49,000 to $765,000. There were 28 sales, 1 commercial property, 5 parcels of land, 22 homes sold. Those homes sold at a range of from $49,000 to $875,000. The average sale price this week was $235,000 with 60 days on market. So, I mean, it's really, 60 days is really tough. That's small. 10 properties expired. 34 had price changes, and I think we're seeing that every week. We're staying up in that range here where people have got to be a little more realistic. You know, we really do want to move. We've got to get back to Cleveland. Mom's not feeling well, whatever the case may be. So that's how you sell your house. You drop the price.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, there's 280 homes on the MLS. So we're up 180 in the past 18 months or so. I'm doing some stuff over at the Eagle, and so I was pulling some old shows there, and I pulled one from 19, and there were 630 homes on on the MLS that were available. So it can be. I'd rather have it be the low 2s high 2s, low 3s than be in the 6s. For 2023 year to date, there's been 858 homes have sold for $195 million. Average sale price is $228,000 with 86 days on market. Last year, there had been 985 homes that sold for $218 million. Average sale price last year was $221 with 80 days on market. For 21, there had been 1,045 homes that sold. Average sale price of $199. In 20, there had been 983 homes that sold for $166. And in 19, pre-COVID, there had been 906, and the average sale price then was $148. So it kind of gives you an idea of where we are now. And the homes are holding their value. The prices are being pushed up because it's supply and demand. People want to be here, and there isn't a lot of things here. But the cost with 7.5%, 7.75% money, it's expensive to get that money. But again, it's going to be worse if you think, well, okay, we'll wait 6 months for the rates to drop a half a point, and the houses won't be there. That 280 will be back to a much smaller number. So you've got a better selection right now, and the sellers know that as well. I mean, if the rates drop and the demand is there, start to see multiple offers and things like that starting up again. And it's going to be kind of tough. It's going to be kind of tough for you as a buyer. If you can do it, I would be looking now. And like I said, you date the rate. You're not married to that rate for 30 years. You'd be better off to take advantage, not take advantage, but now's probably the time to be out looking because there aren't as many people out looking.
And be proactive, not reactive.
Yeah. Yeah, and because when you're sitting there in the living room and you're doing the paperwork for the refi, you're going to be, hey, I was pretty smart. That's where you want to be.
How do they get you?
You want to call my honey. Linda's at 870-405-0793. The website's retiredtoarkansas.net. If you call the office, ask for the Z team. I got a horror story. Call the office, ask for the Z team. If you go into the office, ask for the Z team, and if we're not there, say, okay, give me a card, and I'll call them, and we'll get back to you. But that's why we do this. We do this show is educational every week, and we do it to generate business as well. That's part of it, but ask for the Z team.
There you go. It's been This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora. 870-405-0793 is the number. Retiredtoarkansas.net is their website.
That's a Rolling Stone logo.
Rolling Stones.
What's a Rolling Stone?
We're going to roll some stones. You've been watching the morning show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a little bit.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Even on the most perfect day, the unexpected can happen. But with just one call to their local Red Ribbon expert at Overhead Door, they can get their garage door fixed or replaced in a jiffy.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we're here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville. If you're looking for something wonderful and delicious, head on over to Paradise Cream for a homemade ice cream experience. With over 20 flavors like German chocolate cake and sea salt caramel, it's always homemade and delicious.
Paradise Cream has something for everyone and also carries dairy-free and vegan ice cream options. So whether you like it in a cup or in one of their homemade waffle cones, you're in for a wonderful dessert experience.
Located in Mountain Home next to Ramada Inn or at their Harrison address across from Pizza Hut and Castle Rental. Let Paradise Cream cater your next event because you're on your way to paradise.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
Mow, dig, haul. The L-Series compact tractor offers ultimate versatility, along with a great ownership experience and service that only a local Kubota dealer can deliver. The #1 selling compact tractor in Arkansas, and built-in quality and reliability for a great price. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today. Get the L-Series tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Give me shelter.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for Friday football. Coach Airy, how are you, sir?
I'm good.
Coach Crow?
I'm here.
Oh, gosh.
I'm not going to say anything bad.
One of the shortest trips of the season.
I've got people.
From his house to the Bomber Stadium, and he's here.
I got people who'll be criticizing me if I get negative, so
we're going to be positive.
Put my positive pants on today, so
there
it'll be
you
good.
Go. Let's talk about your 8th grade game first.
They beat us over there 28-0, and obviously we got some turnovers last night, which is good, but our 8th graders have not lost a game at home. And it's a solid building block, and now we got to figure out, we got a chance to go 5-5 with those guys next week, which is a lot to play for, and I think that's a heck of an accomplishment from where we started, with those kids. And hey, there's some kids that are trying to be tough in there. There's some kids that are trying to be leaders, and we just got to get the right pieces around them. But they're learning a little bit, and one of the biggest things we got to do is learn how to get on the bus and go take our effort level at home on the road, because we haven't even got close. Like, they don't even look the same. Once we get on the bus, it's like we drop them off in Salem and pick up another team. We got to get there, but we got some kids that they run the ball tough, and our offensive line is playing better every week, and and they helped us a little bit yesterday. But that's football. Mm-hmm. You got to take advantage of opportunities when you get them, and so I was proud of those kids, and I mean, I think we can get a competitive football team on the field next year. We got a lot of work to do.
They've come a long way from 8 weeks ago when we were sitting here going, "What do we have on the field?"
I mean, it is. And listen, we've had to make some changes, and I mean, and we've got some kids that are sitting on the sidelines who don't need to be sitting on the sidelines, but they've got to make a decision if we're going to have courage, and if we're going to play football.
Yeah, the mental click just hasn't been there yet.
And it's not there yet. And I mean, it doesn't mean we can't get there, because I think we can. We got a lot more players sitting there than what we're using right now, but we just can't. We got to see it in practice, and you got to see it in games and stuff like that. So I mean, there's some pieces there that we can. I think we can get there in the next year.
Coach, what do you say to the parents that have their student athlete that goes practice every day, but they're not seeing much playing time? What do you say to them?
It's junior high. And I mean, kids I've had so many kids that have, Anthony Milburn would be a good example. Ty Hannaford would be a good example. Those kids didn't play a ton in junior high, but they stick with it. The kids mature different. I mean, a lot of times kids play in junior high because they've hit puberty before somebody else, and they're not physically ready to play. The best example I can think about, I had a kid when I was over at the other horrible place named Al Tennyson. He didn't play at all in junior high. In fact, he didn't even play as a sophomore because he was so little. And we went to the spread, and he was a 1,500-yard receiver with 16 touchdowns. We had a kid over there. You probably remember Noah Moix, wide out over there. He was my kicker in 9th grade. I mean, he didn't catch a pass, and I mean, you saw him by the time he was a senior. So I mean, you got to stick with it, and I mean, kids develop at different times,
And the parents just need to encourage them to hang in there, be there. You'll get your time, but you got to put in your work.
Absolutely.
Man, I want to say this: whatever was going on today's today, whatever happens tomorrow is kind of up to you, because the weight room doors are going to be open. Somebody's going to choose to sleep in. Somebody's going to quit. Somebody's going to go in a different direction. You make good choices, good things are going to happen for you.
Yeah. And if you were that person last week, last month, last year, you don't have to be that person tomorrow.
Yeah, and I mean, we got guys losing their jobs on Fridays right now because they refuse to show up and go to work in practice, just like you said.
And guess what? When they graduate, if they go to college or not, that step is the same in real life. If you don't show up for work, you don't go to work.
That's why I told our kids.
You don't have a job to go to.
I told our kids this week, I said, I'm done with the runny noses. I'm done. Like, I don't feel good every day when I get up and drive an hour over here. I don't feel good every day. I'm done with the runny noses. I'm done with the missing practice. I'm just done. Come practice, you're not going to play. And, and I probably should have done that at an earlier stage, and I'm just done with it. I mean, you got to do it. It's life. I mean, it's stinking life. And
this is the thing that's going to prepare you for the real life. Your real life is going to be get up in the morning, go to work, go to lunch, go back to work, go home, do whatever you need to do. That's what life is about. A shift to the 9th grade.
Those guys are getting better, and I mean, and they're big, and I mean, there's a formula for giving us problems, and I mean, it's, I told the kids earlier in the year that, a lot of times, you kind of know as a coach when you get exposed on film, and once you get exposed, you've got to be able to stop, and the answer to playing us is just lean on us. I mean, just snap the football and run it right at us, and our kids on defense, they're trying. We struggle with stuff right at us. I mean, we gave up a long drive last week and we couldn't get the ball back. And I mean, and that's football, and I mean, it's right at you. And I mean, from a defensive perspective, the hardest thing to do is when somebody's just leaning on you and there's nothing you can do about it. And we struggle with the stuff right at us. And, I mean, we've got kids in the right places. We're struggling to make plays right now. And I mean, and it's like I told them though, at the end of the day, we had an interception inside the 20, and we got them stopped inside the 20 once right there. So we bowed up when we had to bow up, but I'd really like to bow up about 40, 50 yards further down the field, and offensively I thought we did okay. I was telling Coach Harry a minute ago, I got a little conservative for me in that I didn't really want to push the envelope because I felt like we could run the ball whenever we wanted to. And I wanted to make sure once we, got up 2 scores that we stayed up 2 scores. So I was proud of our kids, and we're getting worn down a little bit. We don't have a lot of depth, and but we got guys doing good things. Nate Schick ran the ball last night again. He does a really good job. Gage makes good decisions where he throws the football. Gus Wilbur's playing hurt. I don't think anybody really knows that. He's hurt a little bit. But he's out there every day leading, and he didn't get his hand out of a splint till Wednesday. His wrist is really, really bruised up. But Isaac Ballard made some plays last night for us. He's just, we're getting contributions from a lot of people. But our offensive line was good again last night. So, and I told our kids at halftime, I said, if we can move people off the ball with our offensive line, we should be able to do that on defense. And they just kind of looked at me. I'm like, it's the same guys. Let's go. But I was proud of our kids. We got a chance.
What's next for the junior high?
We go to West Memphis Wonder, and they're going to have their quarterback back, and they're going to have the receiver back, so they're going to look totally different. They're probably 2 of the best athletes in the league. And, I told our coaches last week, I said, we got a chance to go 9-1, and we're upset. We got a chance to lose 3 football games in 4 years. Those are all things that are positives, it's tough to do it every single week, and so we got a lot to play for, 9-1 looks a lot better than 8-2, and our kids have given us good effort all year long. You can't argue with that, we came up a little bit short, and we had to.
There you go. It's time for a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment.
All you've ever wanted was a place to write your story. You hear it's not the right time to buy or sell a house, but really, the best time is when it's right for you. The real estate markets, they change, they go up, they go down. One thing that doesn't change is where you want to be in your life. The professionals you team up with will make your story happen. The Z Team are the professionals you need to hire for your next chapter. So call the Z Team at 870-405-0793, Century 21 LeMac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Providing caring, compassionate services at an affordable price is our goal at Connor Family Funeral Home. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that treats our friends and neighbors just like family, with a wide range of services and options to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area. Connor Family addresses all the details with no hidden fees, so you can rest assured that you are treated like family for a more personalized and worry-free service. That's Connor Family Funeral Home, where compassion and affordability meet, located in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's Football Friday. Coach Harry, Coach Crow are with me this morning. Coach Crow is Coach Harry is wrapping up his lineup for the week. What's you've got one more game left in the junior high. What's the conference championship looking like?
If Marion wins next week, they'll win it. They won last night. They got a break late in the game and won it, just like they have, the previous 3 weeks. So it's kudos to those guys. If we win, we'll finish second. They could get beat. You don't ever know.
Who do they play?
They play West Memphis West next week. So 2 Jonesboro schools play. And, listen, we got to go. We're going to have the same officiating crew next week. We had at Marion last week. So we're You know, we're
You're
basically
3 points down there.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're 14 down when we get on the bus, so I mean, we better get going. You know, we'll have 6 minutes to warm up, and you know, you can't. I mean, it just is what it is. Don't even get me started. I'm just. I mean, I don't know. Those guys are just unbelievable.
Let's look ahead of this a little bit. And I know you don't get to work with them or see them a whole lot, but what's the thought on the 7th grade? Are they going to have a pretty good bunch coming up?
I think so. I mean, we've been watching some film of those guys, and we're making notes. And I mean, there's some guys that we're fixing to move, and if they're not ready by the end of the summer, then we'll move them back to. But we're fixing to put. I mean, just being honest with you, probably 8 to 9 of those guys up next year, because we need depth in 9th grade. And I think that those guys can contribute. I'm not going to bring them up to the 9th grade team and sit them on bench. But, I mean, we're going to put them with them and try to accelerate their practice level a little bit. And that's the main thing, is just making them get accustomed to the speed. You know, we've gotten Chris Lemming's come on a little bit, and we've got Garrett Watts has done a really good job for us. He's been overmatched a couple times, but, I mean, he should be. You know, he's an 8th grader going against – but he's done a good job getting caught up to the speed of the game. And I was probably a little late moving him this year, which hurt him a little bit. But, I mean, he's played a ton of snaps for us in 9th grade. So we got some kids that are going to have to come in and contribute for sure.
Coach Harry, you've had a week off. They've revamped the track. You've been practicing up on the top of the hill. How's practice been this week?
It's been good. We've had a really good week of practice. It's kind of like hit the restart button and start a new season. It's kind of where we are with things right now. And the kids have had good energy. They've had good practice habits. Played physical.
Everybody's come out healthy?
Yeah, we're pretty healthy.
And that's good. That's a good thing. Attitude? What's the attitude look like?
They act like they're ready to be there. Sometimes you get to this point of the season, your kids are ready to go home. And I was kind of wondering that after the Little Rock Christian game, but somehow or another, I think we've got them reeled back in, and I think they're ready to go. I think we'll see. We'll see what we get tonight. But
making a 4-hour trip over to Siloam Springs, take on the Panthers at Siloam Springs. They're a pretty nice little stadium they've got over there.
Very cool facility.
They should have a pretty good crowd. I think Mountain Home will have a pretty decent crowd making that trip as well.
Yeah, it's senior night over there, so they're kicking us off field at 6:20. It sounds like they got a lot of kids, so big night over there. I hate senior nights because a lot of times seniors come out ready to play on senior night, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
you really don't like homecomings. You don't like senior night. So all these extracurricular activities. Let's just play football.
Yes.
Yeah. The homecomings is just kind of a distraction thing, but senior night, sometimes that just creates a different monster. I remember a few years back, I had 24 seniors come out of the locker room, and they about had tears in their eyes. They were so sad, you know what I mean? And you knew that those 24 guys were getting ready to get after somebody. Mm-hmm. And I felt sorry for the other team. it played out that way, too. They got all over those guys. But
I know Kyle called me Sunday and said, you know, he told his guys that when they had their schedule, they were circling games they could win. We were one of them. So, I mean, you're going to get best effort they can give you. And there's no question that's going to happen tonight.
Mm-hmm. We played them last year, you know, when it was reverse pass. And they come out, and we saw a bunch of stuff in the playbook we hadn't seen on tape, you know. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what we're going to see tonight, but they're going to come in and try to jump on us early.
They're looking for a win.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, they definitely need a win. Bombers need a win to be in the playoffs. Is that right?
I think if the right guys win and the right guys get knocked off, right now we're just in a 4-way tie, maybe a 5-way tie. But Van Buren and Russellville somebody's going to eliminate one of them tonight, and then it'll be down to 4. And we got to beat Van Buren, we got to beat Siloam, we got to beat Greenbrier. Yeah.
The next 3 are big for the Bombers, for sure.
Yes.
We still have not played our best football game.
No.
No doubt.
Mm-hmm. After the Little Rock Christian game week ago Friday, or 2 weeks ago Friday, how was the attitude, the morale that next Monday morning? Was everybody down, or did they just kind of roll it off and be done with it? How do you coach that?
You have to be disappointed. You're concerned if they're not, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all right. They were disappointed, and just like the coaches was. I think everybody kind of went through the same emotion.
How long do you let them dwell on the fact that they got spanked in a couple games in a row, and now it's time to regroup?
We kind of gave them Monday afternoon off just to get away from everything, and then Tuesday we got back and kind of just started trying to be a psychologist, get in their head a little bit and start building them back up.
Yeah.
And that's part of football is psychology, you know. And about Wednesday, Tuesday, they're still down. Wednesday started looking a little better. Thursday's looking a little better. And give them Friday off, and they come back Monday, and they're ready to go.
Will you guys stop and do a walkthrough on the way to Siloam? Will you do it before you leave?
We're going to do it before we leave today.
No school today, so you've got time to be with your guys?
Yep.
How will that work out?
We're gonna hook up for film at 10. We'll do a walkthrough at 11. Eat at 11:45. Depart at 12:30, and hit the road.
Be on the road and be ready to go.
Grab a little shut eye, and hopefully they're rested and ready.
Get over there and stretch and be ready to rip, and look forward to a good game for sure.
Guys do a lot of sleeping on these trips, which is good.
They're used to that. I mean, this is something that a lot of these other schools, they don't have to do a lot of, and it's different for us because we're used to it.
It makes the time pass a little bit better, makes the trip shorter, and I think sleep's good. I don't know that anybody gets enough sleep, you know.
Sleep's overrated.
He'd be in a lot better mood if he'd get a little bit.
You think?
Kurt Bach used to tell me when I first started coaching, Crow, you can sleep when you're dead.
Yep.
So, and he meant it. I mean, the guy slept in his office. So, that's why he's pretty good at what he does.
Yep.
You know, yeah, sleep's overrated. 4 hours, you're good.
Yeah, you don't want to waste that brain if it's up and going. You gotta use it.
Coach Crow, when your season wraps up, will you encourage any of your ninth graders to try to step up and be with the varsity team immediately, like the last 3 games?
It's just, I mean, I'll let him make that decision on what he wants to do with those guys. I mean, as far as that goes, we hadn't even talked about it, to be honest with you.
I don't know that I'm going to ask him to come down just for the simple fact that in the past I needed maybe a Robert Dover could come in and Mike could help in a critical situation, or Barrett Miller. He came down and was but as far as your guys right now, I don't know that. I watch their demeanor in practice. I watch their demeanor on the field. They're about checked out. I think they're about done.
We're pushing the buttons. Let's just say it that way.
So I don't know that they're ready to come down the hill. We'll give them some time off.
And being fair to those guys, that's kind of their personality. I mean, it's not.
We've got plenty of depth right now that we haven't had in the past. We're good. So it's not like I need help.
Mm-hmm.
We got plenty of numbers, so we got somebody to practice against. I've brought some of those kids down the past out of necessity. You know, but I don't think I need that this year.
Be a little bit different. The travel is, it's always there. It's something that's going to happen forever. Do you anticipate, Coach, we've only got about a minute left, when they change classifications, do you think Mountain Home will change any? Do you think they'll move the Pulaski Academies and the Little Rock Christians out of the 6A?
I think there's a chance we go east next year.
They say there's a chance we'll go east. I've heard that a lot, but I heard that the last time too. So,
would you rather be in the east?
It don't matter to me.
Coach Crow, what's your thought? Competition level in the east different than it is in the west?
What's a nice way to say this? Yeah, I think you would, because I think teams are better prepared in the West, and that's a nice way
I think our top 3 is probably better than their top 3.
Yeah. Benton does. Those guys do a really good job.
And then they got a few good schools over there, but now they may have 1 or 2 that. I mean, I just think we got more heavyweights.
And listen, if the private schools get bumped up, Jonesboro comes back down. And I mean, you've seen Jonesboro's 2 ninth grade teams; they're going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you catch that big of a break. I think overall, maybe a little bit. Yeah.
It's a lot easier traveling that way than it is going west.
Yes.
And I don't know what the bottom end looks like over there because I've never seen the bottom end.
It's time for us to wrap it up, guys. Thanks for coming each week like you do. You've been watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. Bomber football tonight at 6 on XL7-TV. See you then.